that's not very internet of you.
I am not very internet.
Ryan.
I don't know why I thought that said Pack-a-Lude. I was like, wait a minute.
Pack-Ludes. Ooh, I have a website for you.
Oh,
Ryan,
yeah?
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, God. Why?
So, dear listeners, welcome to Pop Culture Unboxing. I have with me. I have with me. I have several bones to pick with you. Now that you mention it.
Does this have something to do with what we were just talking about?
Yes.
Well, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
I am Zach.
I don't want to talk about it.
Or
on the show.
Ryan.
Yes, I don't want to talk about it on the
You
show.
are Ryan.
Yes.
You are
I'm
Ryan.
But I
You
don't
are
want to talk.
Matt.
Yes,
I am
you're
Matt.
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about right now.
Let me
No.
paint a picture for you listeners.
Matt, I'm serious. I don't want to talk about it.
Several episodes back.
I don't want to talk about this.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
Why not? Are you
Listen,
scared?
man, am I allowed to have to say what goes on our show and what doesn't?
Okay, fine. Just know that I really want to have this conversation
Go ahead.
because I
Let's
think
have,
it'd be funny.
Let's have the
No,
conversation.
we don't have to have the
no,
conversation.
let's have it.
No, we don't.
I'm sorry. Speak. Say what you want to say. Say
You
what
say
you
it.
need to say.
You say it.
I don't know.
You know what I'm going to say.
John Mayer this crap right now.
You know what I'm
Daddy
gonna
and
say.
Daddy are fighting
Say what
again.
you need to say.
You know what I'm going to say.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Welcome
Sorry
to
that
another
I-
exciting
sorry
episode
I
of Pop
swore.
Culture
I
Unboxing.
want to take a step back here.
Right.
Ryan, what country are you from?
America.
Good answer.
Right.
We don't have to talk about this. You answered correctly.
Okay. Oh, I see what you wanted. No, can we rewind it?
Yes.
Okay.
To what?
Rewind to right before you asked that question.
Okay. Ryan, what country are you from?
Oh, do it again. All right, do the rewind again.
Ryan, what country are you from?
You're not. Give it some space. Rewind her again, because I'm giving you the ability to cut it out. Now rewind it
cutting
again.
it out.
Rewind it. Rewind the tape. Zach, rewind the tape.
Ryan, what country are you from?
Canada.
Bad answer. Ryan,
Where did we think this was going to go?
I don't know. I was letting it fly.
he was doing one of those things from the from like the Netflix Black Mirror special where you have the choices you can make in it, and he didn't like the choice he made, so he like pressed back and made the other choice to see where it
I
went.
got game over on a
Bandersnatch.
film.
Bandersnatch. Oh,
Bandersnatch, yeah.
That's what it's called.
So, me and Zach, we waddle our way on into Ryan's room here to record our podcast, as we do every week for the weekly show, Pop Culture Unboxing. If you haven't heard of
Right.
it, check it out. And as we're looking, first of all, he's got this Pac-Man thing here, which I don't know if he wants to tell the story of that.
I
but-
could tell the story about that.
Okay,
I'll
we'll-
tell a nice version of that story.
we'll put a pin in that for after this. So we noticed that. We have a little discussion about that. It's all good. And then I look over and I see a Darth Maul figure in his
Hot
in
Toys
his-
Darth Maul figure.
of course, in his collection, because he has these glass cases to my right that are full of all these Hot
Nice
Toys,
Hot Toys.
which are like quick description on Hot Toys.
So Hot Toys is a Hong Kong company where their whole idea is the figure that you're getting is as realistic to what it's going to look like when it comes. Like it was as the figure was pulled right out of the movie. So
Okay.
everything head sculpts. There's limited articulation and suits and stuff like that, but they look like the actual
And they're what,
characters.
12
just
inches?
right. So they're shrunken down to like a 12-inch scale figure.
So we look over and I see a Darth Maul sitting in one of them. And I'm like, I know you had a Darth Maul, but I don't think that's the same one. Ryan's like, no, that is. And Zach looks at it. And I think you said that it doesn't look like the same one either. Did you? Or
I
was
said,
the
yeah, I don't remember that being there.
And then so Ryan says, no, it's the same one. And he pulls up on the Hot Toys website the list of what he's ordered. And to his credit, it didn't appear on there. So we decided, because when you get these Hot Toys, they come with like different parts. Because this Darth Maul has robot legs.
Right.
And the one that was in there didn't. And I know they come with the like new different hands and different accessories and stuff.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe that was it. And so we drop it. And then 10 minutes later, he decides to out himself and say, no, you were right. That's a different one. And then he got it on sale. And so this brings me back to why I asked him what country he's from. Because if any listeners that have been taking notes, remember that I got on his case about the time that he lied about being Canadian for months and months. And I'm seeing a distressing pattern emerging from Ryan. And I just want to know, do you have an explanation? Because tell him what you told us when you said you were lying, and I asked why you lied about that Darth Maul thing.
Welcome to the interrogation 2.
the sequel you've not been asking for.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, what you asked me is you're asking me what I said to you when you asked why I lied about the Darth Maul.
Yes.
Okay. So my only excuse is you're right. I had no reason to. It cost me nothing to do it. But I thought it would be fun and it'd be funny if like later on after like we were like talking, I would admit, oh, I lied. Because at first it was like I wanted to see where it would go.
Okay.
If you could actually be convinced. Because as you can tell, that is completely different. There's nothing on that Darth Maul that is the same as the other Darth Maul hot
The other
toy.
one had horns.
I guess the horns, but you're right. But you were even like smart enough to see the face sculpt's different, everything. So, yeah, and you're right. It cost me nothing, but it gave
Except
me
joy.
a great amount of joy. So
Okay, but that's
that's the
that's what I want to bring up. Is it a pointless lie gave you joy? What does that say about you?
I mean, I know it probably helps lead me down the path of a hypocrite in some way.
Okay.
But
Ryan's like a doctor. He takes the Hippocratic Oath.
yeah, but to be fair,
What does a
be
Dodger have to
100%
do with
fair.
the
Doctor.
Oh, I thought you said a
this
Dodger.
this was a harmless joke that doesn't hurt anybody. I would never.
I mean, you could argue the same thing about the Canada one.
right? So it's not like
But
it's not like I tell lies that hurt you. It's just sometimes
Ryan,
it's a fun joke.
there's
the
a
Canada one was just because I went in too deep and I couldn't stop.
I know.
The snowball got
but
too
there's
big.
there's something there's a documentary I'd like you to watch sometime.
No, I'm not doing that.
It's
I don't know how
called,
much time I have left.
It's like 20 minutes long. It's called what is I believe it's Larry Boy and the Fib from Outer Space.
This is a documentary.
It's about
You okay? You're having some trouble.
this how does it go? This little ball thing falls from space and convinces Junior Asparagus to lie when he breaks his dad's prize
Is this a
plate.
VeggieTales thing?
And every lie he tells, this thing convinces him. Every time Junior Asparagus tells a lie, the fib grows larger and larger until it's starting to demolish the city. And Larry Boy has to come and save the day. And the only way that they find out to save the day is for Junior to tell everyone he's sorry for the lies he told. I need you to watch that and think long and hard about the message behind it.
All right, I'm sorry that I told a funny little joke. Also, it's not like I was gonna be like, let you guys leave the house and be like, sit here in my office with all my toys. Be like, did you hear that, Ball? Did you see how I tricked them? Look, I'm talking to them. It was gonna be a fun little
Wait,
joke.
hang on. I need to write this
Before
down.
you left, I
I have a great idea for a video.
I have
was just gonna say.
I have the best mental picture of Ryan sitting here playing a game after we leave and going, "Oh crap, I forgot to tell him," and then just having an existential crisis about letting us leave without knowing that was
no.
actually new.
That would require me to have a little bit more of a conscience that I don't have. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed you were better than you were.
that was
That's-
your mistake.
I've learned not to do that.
I am worthless in
Ryan-
all forms of human life. Yeah.
Tell us about Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Oh, well, so
Okay, wait. Before he tells this story, there's a when we get into the room, and I mentioned the Pac-Man thing.
it called?
There's a little like
Arcade 1-Up, I guess, is the brand or whatever.
it looks like a little like plywood painted old arcade, but it's like
An old
2
arcade
feet
machine.
tall by a foot wide and fits on a table. And it's clearly just like probably a Raspberry Pi or something like that with a
Right.
screen attached to it.
To be fair, again, didn't ask for this.
Okay,
This
now
is
tell the
not
story.
what I wanted.
So we
I
see
didn't
this,
want
and it's
this
kind
at
of
all.
cool, and we're like, "Oh, that's interesting." What
So-
happened?
My mother visited me this weekend, and she just I came home from work. This package was sitting here. I was like, "What is this?"
This box is huge.
It's very big. And so I was like, what's this? And what my mom told me is my gram bought this for me as like a little gift.
little.
Well, yeah, but as a gift. So here's like the problem. I didn't know where to put it. I was like, I saw this, like, I don't my office. No, this is gonna take up hot toy space. Like I can't do this. So right now it's just sitting there, and eventually it's gonna go back in the box to go back down until I have a bigger office or like a house, because
Yeah.
soon we'll be in a different space to record the podcast.
This is definitely something that you have like in your living room or something like that. That's like when new people come to the house, you can be like, yeah, you can try it out if you want.
Right.
And then, but you never use it yourself.
I've used it once, and I've only used it for 5 minutes, and I was like, I don't. First, bless her heart. Like it's not like it
She's
was
not
that
going to listen to
intense.
this, is she?
No,
Okay.
she don't have a computer. The problem all arises. My grandmother watches too much QVC and buys everything that shows up on QVC.
Can I mention something?
Huh.
When you first told me about this thing, you said TBS. And I just kind of stood there confused for a
Did
minute.
I?
Yes, and then I was just like, I guess TBS sells things.
All right, well, I meant QVC.
I took that at face value.
I meant QVC. Aha, lied again.
I don't think you were lying.
No.
Well, I mean, at 2 a.m. the infomercial
You know what
starts.
channel
Very
I like
possible.
is TCM,
What is TCM? What's
Turner
it?
Classic Movies.
Oh, there you go.
Mm.
I never called that TCM. I've always called it Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she, and again, bless her heart, she bought it because she loves me.
Yeah.
But also, this is like,
And what did I tell you that
she's
she should
spending
have
all
bought?
this money. Well, wait, what?
What did I tell you that she should have bought you?
My inheritance? I think that's what
No.
we said.
Well, yeah, that's part of it.
I think that's
No,
what we said.
the UCS Republic gunship.
That's right.
Yeah,
Which is coming out soon. The
Yeah.
leg and
I'm tempted.
you okay?
I'm
Zach?
sorry. Am I a bad person because the first thought that I thought of is like, what would Ryan love? And I was like, a noose.
Wow.
Was that the first
Okay.
like?
Cutting a little
Am I a
deep.
bad person for
No,
thinking
I mean
that?
you're in the right.
Do I
idea.
think that you would
you're
laugh
in the
at that?
ballpark?
I
You're in
think
the
you would
ballpark.
laugh at that.
I mean, I would laugh. I definitely would be laughing.
I was sitting there and I was just
Yeah.
like, oh no.
That tracks.
If you
But also,
If
for
you,
that kind
for
of money, that'd be
Christmas-
one heck of a noose.
if you for Christmas gave me a box and opened it and it was just a noose, I would laugh harder than you would think is rational.
Can't you get like novelty neckties that are nooses?
Right, and I would laugh very unrationally.
Unrationally.
I would laugh so hard
Yeah, it'd
to
be a
the
good
point
one.
that you guys would be
But
like,
that's more of
"What
like
have
a
we
white
done?"
elephant gift.
Yeah, again, you'd be like, "What have we done?"
Yeah.
I hope you understand that as soon as I get in my car, I'm gonna look at my wife and say, I know what we're getting Ryan for Christmas.
Be careful though. If you just carry a noose in here, people are going to ask a lot of questions.
I want to make something clear. I don't really intend to get you guys, either of you, anything for Christmas because I don't expect either of you to get me anything.
I'm doing it. I'm getting you something. for
Are
Christmas.
you? Yeah. Now I gotta think of something to get you
No,
guys.
you don't.
Listen,
If you get me something, I have to get you something.
No, because here's the thing. I don't like Christmas or celebrate Christmas.
Okay, I love it,
Yeah, that's why.
but I also don't
that's
like the
why I would
obligation
get
of
you-
giving people gifts. and
Well, I'm
stuff.
not gonna give you I'm gonna give you like a Hershey bar or something. Where like I'm not gonna walk up and be like, I'm not gonna be thoughtful.
Okay, that's all
I
that
don't
matters.
celebrate.
my wife and I give the best Christmas gifts. We go out, we buy a bunch of alcohol, and then we hand it out to all our
Well,
friends.
that's the thing. We're getting to the age now where like if we get each other gifts, we don't get things. You get like drinks or
Right.
Yeah.
food baskets or for some reason mugs.
But I argue
Yeah.
that is what you're supposed to do
Yeah.
because we're adults.
Yeah. Like,
It's
yeah,
things that you'll
that-
use. Like my wife and I, I think we're gonna do like we're gonna rotate this every couple years.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple years ago, I think it was our best Christmas that we did. We got like all my aunts and uncles and like all the couples in the family date night baskets.
Okay.
So that's what we did. We put like popcorn and chocolate and like we went and did the Hickory Farms things and like threw that in there. And that's something where it's like, hey, look, it's one night of fun, but that's something where we set it up so you guys can pick a movie and then you guys have something to do together.
Yeah.
Like, and like I think that's part of like as you
I'm a
start to grow up,
monster.
you start to enjoy that.
Why?
I'm a monster.
Why?
You're telling me like you guys gave like gift baskets and stuff. I'm pretty sure one time I gave someone Listerine spray. Pretty sure one time I handed someone that and was like, "Merry Christmas." My grandfather. That's what I did.
Dude, I guarantee you
He's
from
looking
what
down,
you've
right?
told-
He looks down at me and just hates me. That's probably what it is.
from what
Wow.
you've told me of him, I bet you he was sitting there laughing his ass off the rest of the night going,
Right, because-
I raised him right.
Right.
How old were you though?
Oh God, like 17,
Oh,
17, 18.
I was expecting like
Oh.
7 or 8.
Even better. He's sitting there going, God, I did something right with that
Well,
kid.
look, there was a thoughtful reason.
His breath stunk.
Well, no. Look, okay. Do you know when you have a sore throat, what do you do? What
Deal with it.
How do you help with it?
Bourbon.
Bourbon? Okay, well that's close.
I drink water and cough.
Actually,
a lot.
my
So-
uncle's a pharmacist. That actually tracks.
Yeah,
Bourbon
so
helps sore throat.
my grandfather like taught me that what you could do is you gargle Listerine because it actually helps really quickly. But if you don't have Listerine handy, turns out there's these Listerine spray things. So every time I get a sore throat, he'd give me one, and then I would lose it after I was done like
Okay.
taking care of my throat. So I wouldn't give it back to him. So one day I just thought for Christmas is like I'm gonna give him like a whole pack of these. Couldn't find a whole pack, so I could only find one pack. So I gave him one pack. I said, "This is like an IOU sort." That's why. It was sweet. He laughed.
You're gonna make me cry.
This is the same man that gave me a brick for Christmas just because he thought it would be so funny. So, like,
Okay, wait. So there was precedence for this.
right. It's not like I'm just an asshole.
Okay.
Like,
Again,
I mean-
knowing what I know of you and what you said of him, like I can't like
It tracks.
it tracks.
Um,
I don't know what to say about what you said there. I don't know. What do you mean it tracks?
Like that is 100% exactly what you would do in a
I
relationship like that
I see.
to show like,
Right.
hey, I care about you. I'm mimicking your behavior. And by doing that, what I'm saying is I look up to you more than anything else.
I see.
my,
And that just
still,
I
it had
gets
more
me.
thought put into it than a lot of gifts I get. Where one of the like actually I do have a good one.
I can ask him. I have his,
But one of
I have
my-
his ashes right over there.
Perfect.
I got
Hap,
my
what
dad
did
a
you
helmet
think of
one
it?
year.
Good answer.
All right.
He's
He's
so,
not just
he
talking
loved
to
it
his hot
so
toys
mu-
now.
He loved it so much he was speechless. I hope when I see him when I'm dead, he
my
laughs
most
about
clever
that.
gift in recent memory was getting my brother an Amazon gift card, but I put it in the biggest box I could find. This box was legitimately like 4 feet by 4
Right.
feet, and I taped the gift card under one of the bottom flaps, and wrapped the whole box,
Right.
and then gave it to him.
That's so great.
But did you fill it with other stuff?
No,
though?
it was totally
So
empty.
it was just an empty box.
It was an empty box with nothing obvious in it because the gift card was under the flap at the bottom.
Right.
But
I see nothing wrong with that though.
it was funny.
That's great.
And then what I did the next time, I think, is I forget if it was a gift card or if I just did cash, but I folded it the smallest I possibly could and wrapped it, and it was just this little tiny gift that I gave to my sister. Just because it was the opposite.
You know what you should do? And
Hmm.
I know you're probably not going to do this, but what you should do is you should get a bunch of boxes, right? And do that, like, put the smaller boxes inside of, and let it till it gets, like, regressively bigger. But tape at the bottom 1 Tic Tac. So that when they open it, and the gift is you gave them 1 Tic Tac, but it was in, like, 15 boxes. That's what you
Here's
should
the
do.
problems. We already kind of do something like that, or one, because okay, so most Christmases the guys have a liquor exchange and the girls do a wine exchange with a bonus on it. The bonus being
That seems
that
very
they bought
sexist.
a
I don't
nice.
know why, but
It split that way. There's no one saying the guys can't do the wine exchange. It's just how people ended up splitting
Right.
up. Anyway, the bonus gift at the wine they do the wine exchange is 1 bottle, nice one that's wrapped like 1,000,000 times. And each person unwraps 1 layer, and whoever unwraps the last layer gets to keep it.
I don't know why, but I'm just imagining like what I said about the sexist thing. His mom like walking up to like the boys' table with like a bottle of liquor, like, "Look, I bought bourbon," and you guys wine for you, only wine.
It's actually kind of funny.
You're
Pretty
not a part of the men's club.
Pretty much all of my aunts and older female cousins all prefer the wine exchange, but the female cousin-in-laws always do the liquor exchange.
Yeah, because they came from a hard family, probably.
Maybe.
cousin-in-law.
Or maybe they just know how to party.
Also, it comes from being a part of a hard life, hard not life.
So I just wouldn't want to
for
be
us.
a little too like repetitive on that.
Is it hard knock life or hard not
Hard
life?
knock.
Knock.
So,
Okay.
do you want to hear about one of the more? It was an interesting Christmas, right?
Uh-huh.
I was dating this girl. She'll remain.
Oh, hey, real quick before you finish that story. By the way, Jackass 4 trailer just dropped. All right,
We'll
back
talk
to
about that.
non-pop culture stuff. Yeah.
We're 20 minutes in without talking about anything pop culture. So this would have been, 8 or 9 years ago.
Right.
And so Christmas rolls around, and I end up spending Christmas, or it was around Christmas, or maybe toward New Year's, at her grandparents with her and her family. And I had gotten her, like, I'd really thought it out. I forget what her birth month was, but I got her whatever birth month Alexandrite belongs to. Alexandrite's a birthstone, one of the birthstones. June, maybe?
I don't know. My brain is saying March, but
To
I don't
me,
know.
It could be
birthstones are
potential.
the same.
Anyway.
I'll look it up while you tell the story.
Alexandrite, if you don't know what it is one of the rarest gems out there. It's almost impossible to find in the real world. It can be synthesized, a fake version, and so it's relatively cheap. Real Alexandrite's not, but Alexandrite, as most people would know, it is. And so I got her, I want to say it was a necklace or earrings with Alexandrite in them, and I got her something else. And I really thought about it, and I got her that, and she loved it. Her gift to me were two things on my Amazon wish list. One of which was a 50-pack of Jewel CD cases, like those old.
Wait, like the old fake metal ones?
No,
Oh.
like the plastic ones, the little flat plastic ones. Well, it was on my Amazon list because I needed them. I just something about that was just like, put my heart and soul into this gift, and then I get two things on my Amazon wish list.
That's
and
so
I did,
funny.
and I'm disingenuous a little bit telling the story. I had a job and she didn't, so she didn't have
Yeah.
the money to throw
There's a
around like
reason.
I did.
Basically, there's a reason why they're not together anymore. It's also June. It's a June birthday.
I knew it. I nailed it.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you said Jew, and I was like, what does the Jew have to do with it?
Get your Republican brain out of the gutter. I'm just kidding.
Yes, my Republican brain, where the most
It's a
popular
kid. It's a
conservative
kid.
is.
It's a joke.
I know.
It's a jitter.
I find it
It's
funny
a little
though.
joke.
I get it.
Did you?
So yeah, that was those are a selection of my Christmas stories in July.
I can't. Man, I don't know. Once I started growing up and like making my own money, it was hard for anyone to buy me Christmas gifts
the
because
problem.
I would just buy
get
it
it.
myself. Like
My wife says that about me.
my mom
This is
coming
a
out.
Christmas gift. My Hydro Flask water bottle. I didn't want to. Okay. Continue your story, and then I'll explain it after.
Well,
after.
I was just gonna say, like, my mom said, like, she bought me that little Batman mobile Lego set up there. Just like it's the Adam West Batman because like I've watched that as a kid a lot, and I built it, and she like just out of the blue said, she's like, "Can I ask you if I would have told you I was gonna get that?" Like, if I would have told you to wait and I may get it for you for Christmas, would you have bought it anyway? I was like, yeah, probably. Probably would have bought it for myself. Like,
Yeah.
it's the thing is, you can give me money because that's better because I have such a unique taste on what I want. Like, for Christmas, for holidays and my birthdays, I want like hot toys. And I don't expect anyone in their right mind to spend $250 on something like that. I will do don't do that for me. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to give me something, give me like what you guys do, like a nice little bottle like of Jameson or something that I can sip on and stuff like throughout the month and stuff like that. Like, if you're ever trying to be considerate to me, I'm telling you right now, do not go the Hot Toys route because there's a good to fair chance I already bought it.
Yeah.
If it's something
point.
I want, so if you look at it and be like, man, I bet Ryan really wants that, probably ask me because there's a good chance I've already. If it's something I wanted bad enough, I'm gonna buy it
Yeah.
for myself. I'm not
And
gonna.
that's what's tough too is get like what our family does because I have I've got 8 siblings, and now
Are you adding another?
4 of them have significant others.
Oh,
So that means that what we do because
What?
that's a ton of gifts.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't think
4 under
I
me.
didn't meet all of your
No,
siblings.
you didn't. So so that's 8 siblings.
I took up one of the
plus
chairs at the
plus
diner
4
table.
more significant others plus me. So that's
too much.
That's 13 people. So getting 12 gifts
Yeah.
getting 12 gifts for what would be 9 of them being adults
right.
yeah.
would be really prohibitive. So what we do instead is we do a secret Santa within our family, where my mom takes all of our names, puts them in a hat, and draws whoever gives who a gift.
Yep.
So like the last 2 years running, I think I ended up with Cole, Angie's boyfriend, who's been on the show before.
Yes.
And so everyone has a different person. So then you're only buying for one person, and usually the limit's like $50.
Yeah.
And so what's nice about it though is everyone has to submit their list of what they want or an Amazon wish list.
Right.
And so it keeps those things from happening like that.
And you said you have a limit? Like there's like a price limit? Like
You
a
want to
total-
spend
Yeah.
around $50, not too
Around
much
50
below
or
and
too
not
much
above
above.
it.
Okay.
Because you just want to make sure that nobody's spending a ton of money on someone else and then only getting a little
See,
thing
I
in
can't
return.
do that though. If you give rules, I'm immediately going to try to break the
But
rules.
but do you know why they're there though? When people
I
say
get-
a price, like
no, I
when they
get
say
why they're
price
there.
limit, it's usually an upper limit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just so that because let's say you get me, we're doing alcohol, right?
Right.
And the price is the limit's $50, which is good for a good bottle of whiskey.
Right.
But you find a nice bottle of aged whistle pick or something like that that's $80. You give that to me, and all I've got for you is a $50 bottle of liquor.
Right.
Well, then you're gonna feel a little annoyed that you spent $30 more and got this. And that's
I
a
see-
bad
I see.
example because liquors are still good, but
I
that's
see
why
what
you
you're saying.
have the price limit.
See,
No,
I
I
like
get
the
that.
idea because if I show like extra love to one person, like I give
Mm-hmm.
above and beyond for them, then it causes chaos in the whole game, and then Christmas is ruined for everyone.
Well, and it was the problem we ran into where sisters.
Are you saying that was the goal?
We're like,
yes,
we would
I
have
am the Grinch.
we would have the Secret Santa, but then a couple of my sisters would still get each of the other sisters gifts. And so they'd be spending like $150 a person. So then most of us are sitting there thinking like, well, we only spent the $50 we were supposed to. Were we supposed to spend more?
Yeah.
So my mom got
I
got
get
on them later on about stay within the price limit
I
because you're
get
just making everyone else feel bad that they're not spending enough.
I get
Yeah.
it.
When,
No,
when you have that many people in your family,
Right.
it makes it
Yeah,
difficult.
and then all of us pitch in together to get each of the parents something.
We do that for
Yeah.
like Robin's family. Like we don't buy for everybody. We pull like their name.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving, we'll pull their name out of a hat, and then depending.
And they don't know who has
right.
them.
So you
Yeah.
don't know who has who, and then you don't find out till later.
And then we do another fun thing. I don't know if you guys do it. Is we'll constantly say like we'll be talking about something Christmas related, and I'll be like, "Oh, you have Katie, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And they might say yes. I'm like, "Well, that's wrong because I have Katie."
right.
And we'll just say we'll just throw out all sorts of misinformation, and then other siblings are trying to figure out who has who, and like
so
trying to
great.
suss it all out. It's fun.
See, I feel this is why I feel bad for Robin because she being the party planner has to plan all the stuff. So she'll like go to the extra mile to fix to get Secret Santa up and running, and then within like the first week everybody knows who they got.
yeah.
Because someone asked for like one gift is like really complicated. Like I wanted a shirt. I'm like, well, I don't know your shirt size. And then they have to ask.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the last Christmas got real bad because Ryan Kelly bought something that Ryan Kelly had Drew, her brother, and he bought everything that Drew would hate.
Oh.
So Robin had to take over that and bought Drew everything that he would like for his birthday, just so like could fix the problem. And at the last
Sheesh.
minute, we're all like switching names and stuff, and like because I switched with Ryan because I had Drew's wife Jill. Already bought Jill's stuff, so I had to switch with Ryan so that because I knew what Drew would like. So and I had Robin to help too. So like that was a bad. But it seems like that's a common occurrence.
Well,
When it comes to like Secret
but
Santa.
so she sets it up, but is she still part of it?
Yes.
I think what helps is having a mediator who's not involved, like my mom. Because what then happens is there's a group chat that she's in with all of us. And so then if someone's like, oh, I have Cole, but he hasn't posted his list yet, I text mom and then she says in the
She
group
says
chat, everyone make sure you post your list.
Yep.
Right.
So that you have someone you can go to about,
Well,
or I need to
that's-
know shirt
Robin-
sizes.
Robin is
Then
the
she says, put your
keeps it
shirt
hidden.
sizes
right
in.
because Robin is like she has to be the media the referee
Yeah.
and also be a part of it.
Yeah.
But
Oh man, that is.
I don't know. I've been there's lots.
It's
Like,
fun though. If you have
see,
a bigger
I've been-
family and you are tired of getting everyone gifts, consider that route.
I want to we should do a Secret Santa for this podcast.
I'd be down. Do we have enough?
like three of
yes.
us.
It's only three of us.
We'll never know
And it
who-
becomes five if we include Robin and Case. So
No, I think what we should
we're
do,
gonna-
like the guests should be included. So we should include Cole, your dad, and,
okay.
and
No, I think what would be
And
priceless.
Rob.
Is
well,
it-
not Rob because he's too far away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
John Paul was on one.
John Paul. So
I think wasn't there an episode that I did with him because both of you were unavailable? I think there was.
There probably was.
It was around Christmas because we were talking about the Fat Man
Oh
trailer.
yeah, that was the day that you messaged me and kept messaging me, and I had fallen
Oh,
asleep
that's
when I got home
right.
from work. And like I woke up at like 9 o'clock at night. Like I got home
Yeah, I
at like
remember.
3 and like
Oh,
laid
right,
down.
'cause
And I
I
was like,
couldn't
oh,
be
I'll be
there.
up.
You couldn't be
I
there.
couldn't be there
You hadn't
either.
woken up, and I think I called you and Pauline. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, are
you
you
called
doing
me.
anything? I need you
And,
in
like,
here.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I
we brought
woke
your dad and John Paul were there to replace us.
I don't. Was Dad there?
Yeah, your dad was there.
Oh.
Yeah, because I woke up at 9 o'clock at night, and I was just like, oh man, like my alarm hasn't gone off yet. This is great. I could probably go back to sleep. What time is it? And I saw it was 9 o'clock, and I was just like, what on earth just happened?
You this you're
I nap.
your napping thing
I nap.
has constantly caused nothing but worry for your friends. I hope you know
100%.
that.
When was the last time
I
his
nap
napping
hard.
caused a problem for us?
The last time that he had to watch our cats when Robin and I were back
Oh.
here,
Yep.
because we knew that if him and Case are both not answering, there's probably a
Something
problem.
wrong.
So we were like freaking out that they got into an accident or something bad happened. So and we kept calling him, and then finally he answers the phone. He's just like, "Hey man, I was asleep." We're like,
God.
you like he's like, if you're gonna take a nap, you gotta text me now. Like every time you take a nap, you've got to text me.
laying down for a nap.
Case has to call
felt-
me and be like, "I'm putting
felt-
Zach down for a nap."
I've tucked him in, and I'm
Yeah.
giving him a glass of warm
Now,
milk.
in
But
my,
you've done
in
that
my,
so many times, though.
in my defense on that one, I misread your message and thought you said 6 o'clock the one day and then till noon the next day. I read it backwards
I was gonna
rather
say,
than
to be
noon
fair-
starting at noon and then going till 6 the next day.
I thought you were saying that you read it that way. I was like, well, yeah, that's right. That was the right.
No, I read it backwards, so I'm sitting there and it was like 3 o'clock. And like I'm supposed to go at noon, I think. Or
So
no. It
so
was
here's-
at noon. I was supposed to be there at 6, and I was like, it's like noon, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap. Then I'm gonna get up and
Do
hang
you know
out
what the
with the
problem
cats.
is, though? The problem with that is, so I asked you to feed them dinner on Sunday,
Yes,
but what I asked you to do was to feed them dinner on Saturday, right? And I said, be there at lunchtime on Saturday. But your interpretation is, I'm going to be there at 12 o'clock Saturday and then wait till 6 o'clock the next day to feed the cats. That's what you're telling me that you interpreted that message.
No.
So you were going to try to starve my cats
No.
for like a day.
No, I thought you. So I read it backwards, where I thought you needed me at 6 o'clock to feed the cats
On
Saturday,
Saturday.
and then I would get up and be there before church on Sunday, and after church Sunday, then be done.
That's what I asked you, though. That's the correct thing that I asked you to do. Because I was like, look.
Well, then I woke up at 6, or no, I woke
no,
up
you
at 7.
didn't. You woke up at 8.
Oh, did I wake up at 8? What time did I wake up? See, look, even my naps are screwing
I'm not
me
the
up.
nap police. Like, and granted, it weren't my cats you were feeding, so
Well, listen, when you
I
have
just was like, that was the one thing that we said, like, as we're drinking, having a good time at this campsite, trying to, like, not think that Zach's dead or something. Like, after he answered the phone, like, I put my phone down, I looked at Robin. Well, she's like, is he okay? I'm like, dude was sleeping. She's like, fucking Zach.
I'll be honest with you, I'm touched that you guys worried about me so much.
Cut that part. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I said the F word.
you did.
You did.
But it was for story accuracy.
I felt,
Accuracy of the
I
story.
felt so bad because I was like, I got up and I was like, hey, sorry, I was napping. I'm gonna go get your cats, and you're like, don't worry about it. And I was like, oh no, I angered them. And then like I called, and Ryan was like, in the most sincere voice, he was like, we're just so glad that you're okay. And like at the inside, I felt like garbage. I was like, oh god, I worried them.
That's the thing.
Just
If
like-
he falls asleep and takes a nap, I expect it because he plays
I don't know how to take
his
this.
his like odd schedule of
Yeah, you
when
have a
he's
weird
on
schedule.
playing video games, especially if it's Destiny season. And for some reason, I don't think you sleep for like 3 days, and then you sleep for like 2 hours, and then you're back to 3-day hike of Destiny. So like when you take your weird sleep schedule, I know that you're just you, but you
This is why I don't get trusted to take care of the cats.
right.
Also, I live much.
Well, you live an
further
hour
away.
away, like an hour
So
away.
I explained this to some of the guys actually at my small group. It's like every night when I go to bed, I just have an existential crisis of life, and I cannot fall asleep.
We were gonna have you actually live here when we were going to Disney together. I was gonna have you just stay
Oh.
here for the week. Like I was gonna give you access to the house for the week.
Great.
Wow, that would have been fun.
Right. So you basically a week vacation
I would
away
have just
from home.
parked my butt at the Pac-Man machine all day. All day.
Well, we didn't know we were gonna have a Pac-Man machine.
So the way that my naps work is that
We're
eventually
going into the nap logistics.
So eventually, my existential crises at night will keep me up long enough to where I only get like 2 hours of sleep, and then at like 3 in the afternoon, I'm like, man, I'm really tired. I don't think I can go the rest of the day without a nap. I lay down, and then I am dead to the world for 3 to 4 hours, and then I'm up and I'm back to normal, and then I don't nap for another couple days. But then those existential crises will just push my sleep time back until eventually I can't do it. And then I nap in the afternoons.
I'm
I'm dead to the world when I nap.
See, I'm the same, except instead of existential crisis, it's video games.
Right.
Now,
right.
dude, Zach, I have a proposition for you.
What is this?
Would you like to turn the picking on back to Ryan?
Sure.
What has Ryan done today?
What did I do?
Ryan, I've noticed another disturbing trend. Is that whenever
Investigation 2.5.
for the last several dozen episodes, every time I've had to bleep something, it's been from you.
Well,
Every time.
I'm
You
going
potty
through
mouth.
some things.
And
We're
you have
going-
to you
going
have
through
to
a
bring
potty
that
mouth
potty mouth
phase.
to bear
I'm trying.
on our Safe for Work Christian radio show.
Not on my Christian podcast.
Not in my Christian Minecraft
To be
server.
fair, I'm kind of just this whole recording version of me is just starting to become a character. And honestly, the only look when I try to do anything else, I don't think it's funny. But if I just do what I'm told to do and just be an extreme version of actual me,
Okay.
it seems to get better response from you guys. Because you guys
Okay.
laugh a lot more when I just let loose.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
And
because you're naturally
What
funny.
so wait, so
'Cause I'm
what,
naturally funny.
so what if instead of that, you're typically more reserved than you actually should be in normal conversation, but something about being in front of a microphone makes you the real Ryan. What if this hour a week is when you're really you, and the rest of the week you've got the mask on?
Oh, then Ryan sucks. I suck then.
How does that doesn't track?
no, see,
Because one, if we go off just the lore that this show has created, I'm a liar. I'm an evil. I'm a liar who only laughs or lies to make myself feel better about myself. That's so far.
I don't think we ever played. That was why you lied.
That's
but
what we were doing. But that's the thing is like the imply is that I only lie to just make fun of to trick you guys. As in, I'm just a trickster. I swear a lot, and I'm pretty sure somewhere in those episodes I have a drinking problem.
I don't know if that ever came up.
so you're Loki.
Yeah.
A narcissist, yes.
Yes.
Now I'm coming back to.
So I hope
is
this is
before
not
you
real,
joined us,
Ryan.
Zach.
Go
so
for
this
it.
would have been within the first 30 episodes when you got on me about being a bad texter. Which I'd like to say I feel like I've improved.
You definitely have.
in recent
Oh my.
years.
You have improved unbelievably.
You want to talk about bad texting? My wife, before we got married, almost left me over my texting habits.
Oh, do tell.
I was gonna say you
I-
want to hear about bad texting? I can't even spell words right half the time. in a text
I don't do no
message.
speak good.
Hold on. So here's the way that I operate in my world is I identify that there's a problem and then I incrementally improve until I'm very good at it.
Okay.
That's how I do it. My wife is an angel. She identifies a problem and she just goes, okay, no more. Changes.
I thought you were.
I don't know how she does it.
I thought you were gonna say that she identifies as a problem. I was like, what? What? It's like-
I identify no problem.
So for like 6 months, she's like, I need you to text me back. Because I've always looked at texts as like, hey, are you coming over? Yeah, sure. Okay, great. Done. Like done with texting because I don't like to text.
Right.
You guys notice this. I don't respond. And then like
Right.
I'll respond with important information and then I'm done messaging.
right, because then we have nothing to talk about when we're
We,
together.
we got like 6 months in of her asking me to text more. And I'd started doing better. And then one day I just didn't say anything for like 5 hours because I was doing something. I thought I had murdered someone because she was like, I'm sick and tired of you not responding to me. It was so bad. But then we sat down and I was like, look, I do things incrementally. And she's like, why? I'm like, because that's how I fix things. And she's like, no.
I can I just want. This is one other thing I like to point out, and I've wanted to and I'm iffy because I want to start keeping track of it more because I've started to keep track of it.
Go for it.
But anytime you tell a story,
Yeah.
Matt immediately pulls his phone out and stares at the phone during the whole story.
I listen.
That's the thing, but it's so funny because it almost like if I was in Zach's mood, I would think Matt really doesn't care about
I had
me.
that. I actually had that thought a couple minutes ago. I'm like, man, I don't look that great. Just pulling out my phone as soon as the story starts getting told.
That's the thing. I started
here's the
keeping
thing.
track of it, and when you do it a lot when he tells stories.
Hold on. No. You got to understand. That's not Matt's problem. I'm a terrible storyteller.
That's not it either.
No.
I mean, think about it. That story that I just told was not funny.
It was pretty funny.
But
I mean,
but that's the thing is Ryan engages well, so I know that I have an opportunity to kind of active listen and pull something up for that I wanted to get ready for the show
For the
here.
next segment.
Like this. Endgame Spoiler Cast was the episode. It was episode 5 that we had that because I wrote the title's Endgame Spoiler Cast featuring the roast of Matt. That was our 5th episode that you got on my case about the texting.
Right.
I didn't realize how early in the show it was.
that's what
Also,
I'm saying. Is like
I
if
clickbaited the heck out of some of these titles.
yeah.
I still do it, but
Well, the thing is, that's the thing is like if
You're telling me you write good headlines?
if
I
the
didn't
real
say good.
if the real Ryan is the version of me that shows up on this mic for an hour, then I am a terrible friend, a terrible human being. Also, I know absolutely nothing about pop culture.
of which we've said nothing other than your comment about Jackass.
So, because I never know what I'm talking. I never seem like I know what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to like some like obscure things, like when it comes to like DC or Marvel. Sometimes I've listened to myself speak. I'm like, there's probably a good bit of our audience that thinks I'm lying the whole way, because there's sometimes I listen to myself on the episodes. I'm like, that doesn't sound true. I didn't make that very convincing. So like, I have to go back and relook.
You could be lying for all we know.
See, you need to be more
That's
like...
the problem right there. That's the
Because I don't
worst.
fact check anything like that.
That's the thing. You aren't fact checking me, and if I'm listening to it and the way that it comes out of my voice, like from my voice, and the way the tone of my voice sounds, like I sound like I'm making this up as I go. A lot of this sounds like it's all lies, and then I have to Google and fact check myself. I'm like, oh, thank God I was right. Ooh.
But when you're wrong, I don't think you come back on the episodes and say, and I enter revisions.
See, in this,
You just
in this-
stick with it.
and this brings it all right back
Because
around.
I'm not wrong. It's just the way that I portray it.
I see.
The way I say it, it sounds, because when I'm thinking,
It just sounds wrong because of the way that it is.
right, and I don't think, and the way it sounds like I'm like real slow, and I don't really have like a complete sentence. I just say things, and it's just like, because I know what I'm talking about, and I have so much, and I don't think about it before I say it. I just start saying random things.
Yeah, I don't think
You
before
do
I speak because I
asynchronous
like.
thinking.
right.
Is that what
Dude,
it is?
I'll be honest with you. So this
That's
is actually
exactly what it is.
This is
actually.
exactly what I do, and this is actually something that I thought was funny because you were
Here,
saying you're a more extreme you on the podcast. For those
They
of you
wasn't
that
didn't
can't
see
see,
that. As Zach was telling the story about, it's like, wait a minute, he pulled his phone out.
which is great. But no, I enjoyed what you were saying about where you're more, you try to be a more extreme version of you,
Right.
because
All I'm picturing is Ryan
but
with
you
like a
do-
halfway sideways cap and
but-
sunglasses,
but you
like
do- you do-
leaning against the wall.
Cool kid.
Extreme Ryan.
you get the sheesh going on. But
We have fun on this show.
we do. But you do that asynchronous thinking,
Maybe
and I
open
do
the
the same
door.
thing, right?
May I open the door?
Yeah.
I open the door.
This is
So-
why I need to get a new house.
But so we earlier we were having a conversation, but I do the same thing. So to me, that's genuine. So we were having a conversation earlier. We were having a political conversation, and somebody said something that I knew that I had facts for. And my first thing that my brain does is it leaves the promissory note that says, "Hey, you have information on this topic. Go get it. But first, say no." So the first thing I say with no other information is no. And Ryan just looks at me and goes, "What kind of argument is that?"
The SpongeBob librarian in your
And
brain
then,
is
like-
quickly
and
rifling
then,
through
like,
files.
As he explains to me, he goes, "I can't stand that you do this." But the information comes back to me and goes, "Oh, here's the information you asked for." And I was like, "And this is why that's wrong." And then I explain it. And he's like, "Why didn't you start with that?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
it's asynchronous
no,
thinking."
But what you do is instead of just saying no and then say, "But I have and I have facts to back it up," or go into the argument, you pull a Trump and you basically try to stop the person from talking and be like, "No, wrong. No, that's not right. No, not true, not true." Like,
That's
all
the
right, Zach,
buffering.
That's the thing. Is you have like a buffering second,
streaming.
but instead of just like waiting to think it, you just go no. Dude,
See, here's your mistake: is actually trying to think of the knowledge and make a compelling argument. Just let your opinion change minute by minute depending on what comes out of your mouth. That's how I do it, and it works out pretty well for me.
That can be real dangerous, though. That can get real dangerous.
I've heard some of the things that have come out of your mouth.
But
I seem like the goody two shoes on this show, but in the real world,
he's a bad boy. He's a bad boy.
It's like I say. I don't like to think about what I'm going to say because I like to be just as surprised as everyone else.
That's in some cases that's a good way to be though. That's being smarter than everybody else in the
trouble,
room.
but
So
but
you're not
I
working off
bet it's
asynchronous. You're working with lag.
Right.
You say something and then it like operates
No.
a little bit later.
No,
and
he's
goes, oh,
not-
hey, this is what
and
he
then
said.
I have to think of a way to justify it later.
No, he's not working with lag. What's happening is he had the files, he deleted them, and then he's trying to pretend they're still there. So it's basically on the desktop of your computer when you
He's
have
the
all
little
your
Bobby
apps.
tables.
You know how like that's what it is. When you have the desktop, it's what it
I
is.
got Matt so bad. he knows the sequel joke.
What I'm saying is, it's Matt.
I
Imagine
love that there's someone else in my life who knows that one. Oh, go on, Ryan.
Well, it sounds
Go
like
on.
you don't care, but Matt's brain is pretty much like a desktop computer that has all the icons to click and open apps. You know, like your desktop,
Yeah.
the home screen of your desktop. But when you click on them, instead of them popping up the app, they just say like unknown file or unknown path because he's deleted
data
uninstalled on
doesn't
the app, but left the icons on the desktop. That's what he's done.
Anytime someone says something that I'm not prepared for, all you hear is just the Windows error sound.
I love it. Oh
and
my
then
God.
just fill in random crap.
Meanwhile,
Dun, dun,
during
And then
this-
I just say enough stuff that I hope they don't understand my meaning, and therefore I can just asparagus my way through it.
I think the problem is like the way my brain works.
He let it go.
he did.
He did. What did I just say?
Excited
I
about
don't know. I didn't listen. I was actually just
See, it
about to
works.
say when I realized on this podcast, at least when like I'm sitting here, it always like occurs to me that there are times when I zone in and out of the conversation. And what happens is a good example. You said one of you said May walked into the room.
I did.
Right?
That was me.
Instantly, Matt said it. You guys went on to continue talking, and my brain said left that conversation for a second.
So you're just dropping
only do
packets.
this. Picture May with Peter Parker's face going, "You'll get my rent if you fix this dang door." So my
Wow.
brain pictured May saying that to me, and then I went back to the conversation, and I had to
just took a
fig-
detour.
and I had to figure out where we
So
were.
you got drop packets and bad requests.
Right.
I think Zach took a networking class recently.
Oh, it's almost like I'm becoming a web developer.
Dude, nice.
Sweet.
That was my whole code.
Are you gonna build us a website?
Yeah, if you guys want.
I mean, you're part of the show. It's not like if we want. It's like if you want to as well.
You guys got to understand, I am like,
And your picture's still not on our damn website. That's my fault mostly.
There's a
I
lot.
understand that.
There's
there's no,
lot.
pi-
that's
there's no
wrong.
good pictures of me. Hold on.
Our studio picture's like
I
2 or
still-
3 studios old.
Hold on. Not only do I not have any recent pictures of me, when I went for my LinkedIn, I had long hair because I hadn't been able to get a haircut in a couple months. Long hair, long beard that wasn't trimmed, and I needed to put something up on my LinkedIn to get a job. The best picture I could find was 3 years ago at a wedding where I'm 40 pounds lighter and I don't have a beard.
Oh, that's hard.
It's super
You
thin.
gotta go look at his LinkedIn.
Now, I
Yes,
have a
I've
beard,
never
but
looked-
it's super thin. It's real small. And for those of you that can't tell on the show, my beard comes up to about like right where the middle of your sternum is. If you
Right.
do a thumbs up, like at the top of your thumb is where my beard ends.
I need to.
I had a very thin beard
no wrong one.
and short hair. But the best one I could find is me looking sideways and laughing, so I look like I'm high off my ass.
You know what I realized?
Yeah.
This show.
Shit, it's not a flattering picture.
Oh,
It's
that's
not a flattering
real
picture.
bad.
That's the
That's
best I could find.
real
That is
bad.
the best I could find.
Buddy,
That was
give me
3
your
years
phone.
ago.
I
Okay,
can take a good
but
photo
wait.
right now.
You weren't there for it. Your stream,
Yeah.
your poker stream that you just started,
Yeah.
which was a good stream. Good job, Zach. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, you
Thank
did a
you.
good job.
That one has several good pictures of you in it.
My heart.
In your opening part.
Right.
Oh no, none of those look good.
Some of those look pretty. Those look fine. The ones that aren't just poker
Oh, yeah.
chips.
Yeah, they all look pretty professional compared to that.
Yeah.
For those of you that couldn't see, Ryan mimicked my face,
Which they also couldn't see.
which they also couldn't see.
And most
Can
people
we-
don't know what your face looks like because we don't have your picture on our
can I
website.
just say, we are 49 minutes into this episode, and we've only talked about anything related to pop
I already know what the
culture
title of this
for
episode is.
15 seconds.
I already know what the title of this episode is.
What's the title?
It's the pop culture show that's not about pop culture.
Right. Okay, that's good.
So what we've learned today.
Or alternatively, the Friends route and just call it the one that's not about pop culture.
right, that's a good. One.
So what we've learned today is that my brain works asynchronously. Ryan has drop packets, and Matt is little Bobby tables.
Yeah.
yeah.
That all
Zach.
tracks.
Zach, where can everybody find you?
Oh, geez, you can find me on Twitter at little_leaf, LIEF. Make sure you put that underscore. I am not a middle-aged Brazilian woman. And on Sundays, I will start on Twitch at little leaf, no underscore,
What time?
at 4 o'clock on Sunday,
Eastern
4
time.
o'clock.
Eastern time.
Very well. I'll be there to
Matt,
watch.
Yeah, Matt, where can we
Like I
find
said,
you?
I might be blisteringly drunk this Sunday.
That would be great. Light up the chat
and
with fun stuff.
I'm gonna join in a Discord call with you.
That would be great.
Same. Because that 5-minute delay is brutal for trying to interact.
right,
It is.
Matt, where
Ryan,
find you?
I'm glad you asked. If they want to find me, they can do it on Twitter at MattRossVO. They can also do it on Twitch at Jan Jiggle, where I almost never stream. But when I do, it's okay.
I need to make that meme of the like. I don't always stream, but when I do, it's mediocre. at best.
Yes, please. Ryan,
uh,
ask yourself where they can find you.
So Ryan,
Ask-
where can we find you? Well, Ryan, you can find me at Riki Tiki 252 at Twitch. I stream a lot more frequently than Matt does. And you can find me at pretty much Riki T 252 at Twitter, Instagram. all those sites. So
And you can find links to all these in the show notes.
thank you so much for listening to
Also,
this.
if you like our show, please tell your friends about it.
Do that. But thank you again. I was getting there. So much for listening to this. Please tell your friends.
Oh, okay. I was just scared.
Matt, you want to start the domino effect. Say your goodbyes.
What if we do it in a different order this time? What if
Have
we do it
fun.
the-
Because honestly, I don't think I can remember how to do it any other way.
Really?
I don't remember
well,
what.
let Zach start it.
Have fun. Oh God, what do you say?
He says
Right?
he does the bye thing.
Do I?
Oh God.
Bye everyone, I love you.
Bye. Oh,
fun.
I do. You're right. I do.
All right, now let's do it. Zach,
Have fun.
Bye.
bye, I love you.
It didn't feel right that time. We need to do it again.
No, it doesn't. It's
Can we do it
backwards.
again?
Okay. Do we have to do it the
No, go through Zach's one.
Okay.
Zach, do it.
Have fun.
Bye.
bye, I love you.
I did it.
Bye, I love you.
Bye.
Have fun.
Stop.